ladies and gentlemen, I'm Renegade. Today is a gray and dreary December day in Cape May. But I needed to get out of the house, so I figured I'd go for a little drive, bring y'all with me. Figured I'd give you a small peek into what it's like in Cape May during the winter. My last video, I introduced myself to you guys, introduced my car, explained a little bit about it, and for the thumbnail, I put, oh, watch this bump, nasty bump. For the thumbnail, I put a picture of the car, and said, I drive an old Volvo. I love it. Very true statement. Love my old school Volvo. But here's something most people will be shocked about me. Those that don't know me personally anyways, I don't like new cars. I don't like all the technology that goes into new cars. And perhaps it's just the old school mindedness in me. I like being able to fix my own car. I'm a man on a budget, as I said. I can't bring myself to pay somebody an exorbitant amount of money to fix my car if anything goes wrong, or if there's any basic maintenance that needs to be done. I can't bring myself to pay somebody to do that. I know how to do it. I can do it. Why blow my money? But I like being able to work on my own car. It's simple. I don't have to take my car to a mechanic to have them work on it. Something else I don't like is electronics fail easier than a hard mechanical piece. And alright, so this car has fuel injection. It actually has two brains, one for the ignition and one for the injection systems. But all in all, there's not a lot of electronic stuff in this car. Now, my sister just bought herself a brand new Volkswagen Bug. 2018, it had, I think it was 18 miles on it when she bought it. Hey, good for her, you know? But I was looking at it, because that's what I do. I look at cars, and there's a bunch of technology in it. Now, I have not driven the car yet, so I can't tell you how it drives. But I can tell you from what I've seen, there's a bunch of technology in it that I think is kind of pointless. I know there are lots of people who will argue this because, oh, it has uses and it's very nice functions. I like being able to use the hands-free calling system on my phone and on my car so I can answer my phone and send a text message while I'm driving. I'm sorry, I don't care that much about that stuff. But hey, if you want to use it, that's fine. Let's talk about some of the other features that modern cars have that I'm not a big fan of. Personally, I don't like anti-locking brakes. Reason for this is just simply, this is the car I learned to drive on. Okay, I learned to drive on my '87 Volvo. Anti-locking brakes were not invented yet. So, this car does not have anti-locking brakes. This is a personal preference thing. Because I learned to drive on a non-anti-locking brake car, I have a different natural response than most other people do. If I have to come to a screeching halt and say somebody runs out in front of me, my natural reaction is to pump on the brakes. But the pumping action keeps the brakes locking up and me skidding the car, sliding the car forwards, and not properly stopping. Now, if you have an anti-locking brake system on your car, that's what it does. You can't see it because you're just pressing a pedal inside your cabin. But inside your calipers, they're pushing your brake pads in and out, in and out, in and out to keep them from locking. Now, while your car is doing that, if you drive a modern car, my foot is doing that in my car. So it's just as safe. Don't let anybody tell you that a car without anti-locking brakes is not safe. It's only not safe if you're not used to driving it. And even then, it's only not as safe. The reason I bring this up is my ex-girlfriend had an 01 Jetta. Now, everything after 96, 97 has anti-locking brakes on their car. So, of course, her Jetta had them. She got really annoyed because I wouldn't let her drive my car, and that was part of the reasoning. If she had to stop really quickly, she would slam on the brake pedal and not pump it. Now, I'm not necessarily blaming her, because that was the way she learned. She learned to drive on her 01 Jetta with anti-locking brakes. My 87 does not have them. Her natural response was just to slam on the brakes and let the ABS do it for her. My natural response is pump the brakes. Conversely, if I was driving her car, which I did a lot, if I had to stop suddenly, I would automatically pump the brakes, just in that natural emergency response. Now, I know from working on that car that it has anti-locking brakes, but I can't help my natural reaction. My brain said, "Oh shit, stop, pump the brakes." Even though I know better, that was the first instinct. One of the things I hate about modern cars is that they have all these technologies, because a lot of people are learning to drive these cars and don't learn how to drive without these features. Now, I get into a car that has anti-locking brakes and I forget about them. The same goes for traction control, except if you're cornering too fast, you do feel the wheel jerking a little. Now, if you pick up a brand new car and you're learning to drive, you have traction control and you're driving in the snow, that's great. Hey, congratulations. You know, you don't have as much of an issue with learning and not losing your traction. But then my thought is, what happens if that traction control goes bad? What if one of the sensors goes bad? Does electronics do that? Is this same person who grew up driving a car with traction control going to be able to handle a bad situation if they don't have traction control now because it's not functioning? The same goes for rear view cameras. A lot of cars, you know, my sister's car included, right on the center console is a display screen, and she puts the car in reverse and the car automatically pops open the rear view camera display. Okay, it can be a useful commodity. I do see a use, like if you were trying to hook up a trailer, that would be a great, wonderful use. Absolutely. I know it's a pain if you can't see where you're going and you're trying to do something like line up a trailer. But something I noticed is that a lot of people these days rely on that rear view camera. They forget that there's this nifty feature that humans come equipped with called a neck. Old school cars without the rear view cameras, people would simply turn their head. And lo and behold, they can see. People these days, they've gotten so used to these, you know, rear view cameras that they don't even bother turning their heads anymore. The the Volkswagen Bug has a cool little thing. The rear view camera is actually hidden under the VW logo, VW badge on the back end. So when you put the car in reverse, it actually flips up, and there's your camera. Very get smart. You know, it's an interesting little thing. But again, you're talking about a bunch of electronics to go into the use of this. What happens if this electronic fails? What happens if the actuator that pops open your badge fails? I know at that point you can turn your head. It's not that big of a deal. But people are going to panic at first. I've watched it happen, which is the really sad thing. I've watched somebody have an issue with their rear view camera, and even though you can just turn your head, real simple, they panic. Oh my God, what's going on? And they put it in first for drive, and then put it in reverse a couple of times to see if they would make it pop. Your rear view camera doesn't work. Just turn your damn head. Don't waste time. This is kind of a lot of the things I think about when it comes to new cars. Like, what's really the point behind this? Is this a helpful thing or a detrimental thing? How about blind spot monitoring? It's supposed to keep you aware if anything is in your blind spot. That's fine and dandy, but again, these things can fail. How about you just look? Lane departure warning. How about you just pay attention to your driving? You know, there are laws against distracted driving. Things that, if you do that, you know, you can't be on your cell phone while you're driving because it distracts you. Okay, what happens if you get distracted? Maybe you don't see what lane is, you don't see the turn coming, you don't see the car stopping, you don't see there's a person running out in front of you. And now they have all these features on cars that do exactly that. They keep you from changing lanes. They keep you from, you know, missing something. It's like, isn't this all the things that you're supposed to be doing while you're driving? How about you just drive your car? Now, I'm not saying that these things are all in all bad. Yes, they can be helpful. They can save lives. I realize I'm just driving around in circles. People become reliant on these technology features to make their lives easier, which is fine and dandy, but at what point does it start becoming a detriment? Because they're paying attention to the features, and they're using the features so much that they don't know what to do if they don't have them. There's so many things to go wrong in cars. It's really something I worry about. I don't want to see the oopsies that could be the effect of a malfunction and people not knowing how to cope with it. Plus, modern cars, all these electronics cost a lot of money to replace. And I'm cheap, I'm poor. Ow! Hey, what the fuck was that for? Real fast, you all saw that guy flash his headlights at me? Do you see how light it is? Like, we're not to the point where I need to put my headlights on quite yet. I'm stopping because, well, I want to get coffee. So that's my piece about why I don't like modern cars. I'm gonna go get some coffee and catch y'all in a bit. back in the car. As you can see, now it's gotten dark. So one thing I know is that this video, me talking about not liking modern cars and the points I have about not liking the modern cars, is gonna get a bit of flack. I know it. It's okay. Please keep in mind, this is my personal opinion. I'm not saying that modern cars all suck. I'm just saying I don't like them. Here are my reasons for not liking them. If you own a modern car, please don't take offense. I'm not offending you. I just don't like modern cars. I'll stick to my old classic. It's easy to drive, easy to work on, and has no electronic little doodads, trinkets, nip-naps, anything that's gonna fail, cost me a buttload of money, and nothing that I don't need. Had this argument before with people. How do you drive your car in inclement weather if you don't have four-wheel drive? If you don't have traction control? Easy. I adjust my driving. I'm easier on the throttle. I'm entering corners slower. It's very easy if you know how to do it. And all I can ever think is, what if any of these people that are so used to all the different features and the driver aids got into a car without them? Would they be able to drive as well as they normally do? I know there's a whole discussion about bad drivers there, but another video, another time. That's gonna do it for me for tonight. I'm gonna go home, watch the hockey game on TV. The night you love to hate. Washington Capitals versus the Chicago Blackhawks. Go Caps. A comment response about what I said here. Remembering that this is my opinion. My distaste for modern vehicles is my opinion, not fact. Leave it in the comment section. Love to see what you guys have to say about this. If you're looking forward to more videos from me, hit the subscribe button. See you guys in the next video.